What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. As you guys know, my name is Colin. I also go by Clanum, and this is Drawn for Mental Health. Here's my partner over here.
Yo, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy Benny, aka D-Follow, aka that African kid. What it do? That's all I got.
Okay. I feel like the intro is just like getting longer each time, or maybe I don't know.
You talking about my
like,
intro?
Yeah, yours.
What
yours
you mean?
Specifically. Anyway, for today, my pen is actually dead. I don't know if you guys can like. There we go. Oh, hey, it's at 33%. I can draw. But Benny's gonna do most of the drawing, so focus especially on him. Just
Yeah,
like don't even look at mine.
Don't do
Look
that.
especially at him. Like
Don't
in
do
fact,
that.
I want you guys to like drop comments in the description, right? And then be like, or in the comments, and be like, "Yo, Benny, here's my critique for your drawing." He'd really appreciate that.
Hey,
We've been missing some critiques. Like, we used to critique a lot. We've been missing them. He really needs it, you know?
anyway.
So the topic for this discussion this time is navigating relationships. I think it's been something that's been like weighing on my mind because like without being in college, you're kind of like stepping away from like all the relationships that you've gained throughout your collegiate experience, like the friendships that you had, the relationships you had with your teachers, if you guys even have a relationship with your teachers. Sometimes like you're moving back in with your family and you were out for a while, so you're like basically reconnecting. So I really wanted to just like touch on that because it's something that I think that both me and Benny are experiencing right now, and I think that's something that a lot of people are experiencing as well. So I don't know if you want to start, you know?
Nah, you can start, but first, I just want to say something about the work that I did last time. You know, I worked on W for a while.
Yeah.
And you know, I just want to make sure. I would just want to let y'all know it is completed, and here it is. If if my thing is recording correctly, you see your boy Toya looking, really dope. But anyway,
I thought you
today,
were about to say scrumptious.
I mean, he is looking scrumptious. Anyway, so today, I don't know what colors of they're drawing, but today, I only have an outline, so bear with me. I'm going off the dome, so like it's just, at this point, it's whatever is gonna happen. I don't know how we're gonna end up. I don't know what we're gonna end up with. It might be a mess. It might look beautiful. We'll see. Anyway, back to you.
Switching my. Hold up! Don't pay attention to what I'm doing here. My hand was on the wrong side.
Yeah. What are you drawing?
But I am drawing a portrait of both Peter and MJ, cause I didn't really have a drawing idea.
Because we talking about navigating relationships, so you drawing. Yes,
oh
sir.
yeah, exactly.
I got you.
He got me.
That's exactly. He planned it out like that. It wasn't by accident though.
Yeah, it was very planned. But I'd say like I want to start off with the question of how difficult it can be navigating relationships, like what that process really feels like.
Yeah.
And I'd say like starting off when you first graduate college, or like when I first graduated college, didn't really think anything of it. I was kind of like, yeah, I'm leaving. Like that, it doesn't matter. We're just gonna be in separate states. But more so now than ever, because like we missed like a whole semester. Like we've been out of school for a whole semester. It's starting to really weigh on me, like the way that you just don't see those people anymore. And like, of course, everybody has to like eventually go their separate ways. You won't have somebody in your life forever, unless you have like a spouse, a partner. But I think with like how it works with school and like moving away and having to keep up with like certain people, it gets tough. It gets really difficult, and it's kind of the same when you actually move off to school. Like, if you think I was actually keeping up with my siblings while I was at school, you'd be wrong. I didn't really keep up with anybody. I was just kind of like off on my own in my own little world. It's really difficult to just like maintain something when you're like miles away, because that's something that I'm experiencing right now. For those who don't know me, I am in a long distance relationship with my girlfriend. She's here now. She's like sitting right next to me. But in general, I'm like 3 hours away from her, and I'd have to like drive over there in order to see her. And I think with that, it's kind of like, what's really worth to like still have in your life? Like, that the question really dawns upon you when you experience those types of things, because it becomes more hard work than actually easy going. Because like, you go to class, you see your classmates every day. Those are your friends. You see them every day. It doesn't really take any work. But when they're gone, it's like, oh, I gotta text them, I gotta check up on them, see how they're doing, because otherwise your relationship, it just kind of like plummets. Like, you don't really have one anymore. So yeah.
Yeah. Dang, I forgot what I was going to say. I got locked into the drawing too much. I was thinking about what I wanted to draw. Bro, why are you laughing right now? Like,
no, I'm not laughing. I didn't even. What are you talking about?
Anyway, so we're talking about navigating a relationship. Woo! Navigating a relationship. But okay, no.
Don't worry, Vinny. I can cut out as much as I want.
I'm so sick of talking, bro. Let me talk.
Okay.
Let me talk.
I'm sorry, I didn't.
But most definitely is easy when you're in school. Because I know for me, while I was in school, I didn't even keep in contact with my siblings like that. Like, I didn't even visit home that much, because I know a lot of students who go home over the weekend and stuff like that. Nah, I did not do that. I did it like every once in a while. And once I get there, I'm like, yeah, I want to go back to my apartment. Like, because it's just, you're just so used to being alone for a while, especially if you live on campus, or if you have an apartment, in the city where your school is, and you don't stay at home to, commute or whatever. But I feel like it's really easy to kind of like just get lost in your own little universe, So I don't know. I guess like just navigating a relationship, like family wise, it was a struggle for me, cause I would never really call my mom like that or my dad that much, cause either I'm busy with school, or I'm not even gonna say I'm busy hanging out, cause I barely hung out with my friends. we all know this. So like, don't shake your head like that. Like, don't do that.
Oh, okay.
But no, the reason why he's shaking his head is, as soon as my last class was over, which we both had, I dipped either. If I end up hanging around with him, it wasn't like that. Okay, it was either if we end up hanging out, we had a plan to hang out after class, then we would hang out. And as soon as I leave campus, I'm gone. I go to my apartment. As soon as that door closed, I forget about y'all. No offense.
And you do not hear from him either. Like, I remember one time I texted. It was like, I don't know, 6 p.m. Some normal time. I didn't hear back from this man until like later, like a day later. I was like, were you not awake or something? Like, what were you doing?
But no, see, I don't know. For me, is once I close that door, I just kind of like disappear in my own thing. Like that's why I don't make promises to people like I'll get on the game or I'll do this because I know dang well if I say I'm gonna get on the game and then I sit there and turn on the game, I just do something else. So for me it was really easy to like since I am an isolation person and I like kind of like being by myself sometimes. I knew I was gonna see you guys the next day, so it was just more in a sense where, hey, I'm gonna see you the next day. So like I'm tired of seeing you this whole day. I'm gonna see you the next day. I'll catch you in the morning, and we can hang out in class. We can hang out outside of class, and if you want to do some, on the weekend, let me know. And if I decide that I want to go outside, then we can make something happen. But I don't know. But yeah, no. I think that's kind of what I have right now. But
Yeah. I think it also kind of like adds to it when sometimes you don't even know whether you want to like, I don't know, be friends with the person or like it gets complicated when there's just like other people involved in general. So like I know exactly what you feel like because like I'd go to my apartment because I used to live at the same exact place as Benny before he was over there.
Yeah.
And I had roommates, but I was more so like not on campus. It's really easy to like be involved when you're actually on campus because I was an RA, so like I was pretty involved. But when you're not there, it's kind of like, well, I'm off of campus. I'm no longer associated with those people.
Yeah.
Like I'm back home, because like it's easy to just be by yourself for some people. Like I know that other people don't really feel that sort of way, and like that's valid. But some people would just feel like, hey, I'm home. I don't know you. I'm gone. I don't know.
That's sweet. But no, I don't know. I feel like also like I guess even being on campus or like just school class, it helped our relationship a lot. Or because if we would have met a different time, I would have probably never talked to you. Like just like that was my plan going in. I was not trying to make friends because I had enough friends. Which I only had like 2 friends.
Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome, man. And you can't say you never knew this. I told you this since day one. Like yeah. I don't want to be your friend. Like this is not it. Like, but we ended up being friends somehow. So that's I guess good. But yeah, and I feel like it helped our friendship because even though once my apartment door closed, I didn't associate with anybody until the next day. We already built our rapport a strong enough rapport that you can bypass my do not disturb. I may give you an attitude and it may take me a while to answer your phone, but I still end up answering it to the point where I start calling you in most inappropriate time. But it's okay though. That's how we're friends.
I liked being able to just like call you up and be like, hey, you want to go to the bar? Like those were the fun times, I like just like throwing things on you,
Yeah, it is really annoying because because there was that one time because for those of you guys, I don't do bars. I don't like drinking. I don't drink. I just don't like it. It tastes disgusting to me. But why do I keep saying but anyway. No, there was this one time. I feel like we're getting off topic, but that's whatever. There was this one time where he called me. It was a Thursday, mind you, a Thursday night. Out of any day, he can call me. He called me on a Thursday night at 10 p.m. Talking about, hey man, you trying to go to the bar? I'm like, I had to do a double check. I looked at my watch. I asked Siri. I was confused. I looked at my watch. I asked Google. I'm like, hey, what time is it? It's like 10, 15 p.m. or something like that. And I'm like, bro, you want to go to the bar at 10 p.m. on a Thursday? No, we got school tomorrow? And this man's talking about, yeah, man. So I had to take a shower, get myself together, and I called this dude back at like 10:25. Talking, he's like, "Oh, so I have some homework I need to turn in first, and it's due by midnight." So we didn't end up going to the bar at 10 p.m. at all. We ended up going to the bar like at midnight, 12:05 or 12:15.
Man, that sounds tough.
But anyway,
You gotta know your crew, I guess. You know, like I don't know how you ended up there. That's crazy. I wonder who did that.
Anyway,
Oh,
I don't know. I feel like, yeah. Aside from that, though, like we have built enough rapport to where we can get away like stuff like we can get away with stuff like that. We can get away with going days on end without communicating. But still, but when we do link up, we haven't stopped talking for a while.
yeah. I think those types of friendships and relationships are just hard to have, because like I said, people are different. They're difficult sometimes, you know. And it's like they're on their own schedule. And I remember when I was like first starting off, like being in the major that I was thinking, how am I going to make friends? Like how does this whole thing work? Like I didn't even know how to make friends. I was just like, I've done it before, but I don't know how it works.
Yeah.
And I think that's the one thing where I think it gets lost in translation on like how you navigate and how you keep certain relationships, how you get rid of them. Because like a lot of people would just say, if they don't do anything for you, like if they're not helping you, building you up, then you can just stop relating yourself to them. And like that's solid advice. Like you do want people to build you up, but sometimes it takes more work, and then you think, oh, they're not building me up, they're tearing me down because it takes all this work,
Yeah.
when it's not really the case. You just kind of have to like put in that type of time and attention, because you're gonna have to do that in like any relationship that you have.
Exactly.
And if you think they're tearing you down because like you have to like do certain things in order to like actually keep that relationship, that's not anything that should be speaking to you about the relationship. And I think that's what really needs to get like put across, because I think that's something that I really learned while being in my long distance relationship. Like it takes time and effort, and it kind of opens you up to like realizing, oh, when they said the relationship takes time and effort, it's not just the one that you want to keep. It's not just like your spouse or like your partner. It's everybody, it's really hard to maintain those, and making them as little as like, oh, if they're not building me up, or like, oh, if they're not doing anything for me, I can toss them aside. That kind of like diminishes the amount of connections that you have,
Yeah. So, did you find it easier? I mean, I think I know the answer, but did you find it easier to like keep a relationship or make a relationship while you were in college versus now?
I'd say it's definitely easier in college, because like you see the people all the time. Like you can't even escape them. Like I walk out my door at a dorm, I see somebody right across the hall. I'm like, dang, I can't even leave my door without having to say hi to somebody. Like, no disrespect, because I love my job, but I couldn't even walk out my door.
Yeah.
Like when I had to like go downstairs to like get something to eat, I'd pass like 3 different people, and like these are people that I know, so I'd have to like talk to them for a quick second.
You don't have to.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I didn't have to, but like to keep rapport and to like feel like I'm doing my job as effectively as I
Yeah.
was, I felt like I was obligated to like
Yeah.
actually talk to them. But other people, like, I know there's some people in the dorm, like specifically. In fact, you watching this.
That was a little aggressive there. Like that was.
I know you out here just like leaving your dorm, just walking past people, head down, ignoring
Who, me?
them. Ignoring them.
Who,
I bet
me?
you are too. I bet you are too.
Who, me? Are you talking about me or them? Me?
Yep. All of you.
You talking about when I lived on campus?
All of you.
I mean, no. Okay, look, man. I have this tendency to, just be in my own universe. So, like, I'm still aware of my surrounding. I just choose not to go out of my way and say what's up to somebody. Like, I'm not gonna lie, there's been so many times that I seen you on campus. Like, when we didn't have class, when I drove from my, apartment, that was when I wasn't living in the dorm anymore. I drove from my apartment to campus, I'm just walking. I seen you multiple times on campus, just walking, doing whatever. I looked at you, I'm like, should I go say hi to Colin? I'm like, nah, man, I ain't feeling it. Like, I ain't feeling like it today. I just dipped out. And there's times when people call my name, I had my headphone in, I could hear them. I just not want to talk, so I just kept it going. Like, it's just, sometimes you just don't want to talk to people. Because I know if I stop and say, hey, what's up, they're going to want to start a whole conversation. And I'm like, dude, I just want to say what's up, see how you doing. That's about it. I don't need to know, like, your life story right now. We can kick that. We can kick with that later. We can, like, just not now. But, but it's okay, though. That's, yeah.
It's all in pass.
It's all, not really. I still do that here and there. I still do that here and there. I still do it, like, here and there, bro. If I see somebody I haven't seen in a while at the store, I just keep it moving. I'm like, hey, nope, there's no point in just starting a conversation. Let's just dip out. But no, it was really easy. I feel like it was really easy, like, in college. Because, like you said, though, like, we did see a lot of each other. A lot. I don't miss a lot in college. But I miss the late nights we used to have. Like, even, like, before I met you, like, I miss the late night I used to have my, with my, my friends my friends / roommates at the time when we were living, in another apartment. We had some beautiful late nights, bro. We played tag. We played tag tag at night, bro. When we were living in the dorm, bro, we would play tag. I didn't have a roommate at the dorm though, because mine decided to move out. I was happy, so it was just me in my dorm, and just visiting my friends at their dorm. Like, we played late night tags. We had game nights. It was such a cool. I feel like it really built our friendship. Even though we knew each other before, but it built our friendship now. And now since we since we graduated, I don't talk to them like that. But at the end of the day, I still know if they hit me up, they're like, hey, bro, you want to hang out sometimes? And I'm free. I'm like, hey, I'm down. Let's go crazy. But the only person I talk to more is you. Because I feel like since we were in that same program, we went through a lot of stuff together. Those stupid late nights, those frustration, those anger when we lose our project. Like, I feel like stuff like that really helps build a stronger connection with somebody, with friendship wise or relationship, whatever you want to call it. And it also didn't hurt the fact that you helped me out when I was in my lowest. Like, days where I did not want to go to my apartment at all. And you were just starting off as an RA, you knowing damn well you can get in trouble for me being there. Like, you still stuck your neck out for me. And I feel like I really missed those days out of any other things we did in, college. I missed those late nights at your dorm. I was just sitting there just talking about, not even stupid stuff, just talking about random stuff that turned into deep conversation of, like, what we were going through mentally and just, things like that. So, I appreciate you, man.
Man, it's all love. Every time. It's all love.
Yeah.
I think another thing that I just, like, love to touch on, because you're, like, kind of getting close to that category is just like finding your village.
Yeah.
You know, that's like really hard to do, like extremely hard. Like when I said I was first in those classes and like trying to find friends and like didn't really know how to make them. I think it's really important to like know who your people are
Exactly.
and know who you'd love to like be around, because like let's say for example you have a friend, but there's this friend that you have is kind of like somebody who doesn't really get you, you know. It's more of like, oh, we've been friends for a while, or like we hang out from time to time. Like you want somebody who's like in your corner for real, for real. And of course you never really know who that can be, because like those people probably aren't even interested in what you do. But I think holding out hope, you know, holding out hope and like trying your best to just like be authentic, you know, because there's not a lot of people who do that anymore. And I think having those types of relationships, just like authentic and holding out hope for those authentic relationships, that's what really builds that connection. Because if you're like doing things that you know you don't like to do, like you're going out, I don't know, doing drugs, like you don't like to do drugs. Hell, you don't even like to drink.
Who,
You
me?
know, like no, like
I was, because you looked at me like, I'm sorry, I was in the zone. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. This video is going to be a mess. Go ahead, bro. It's okay.
but like who, me?
Just go ahead, bro. This video is going to be a mess. It's already, just go.
I think when it comes to like stuff like that, you really want to step away from the things that you know aren't you. Like, of course, you don't want to stay within your comfort zone if it's like, you know, really hindering you. Like, you can't stay inside all your life, you know. I think it's best to like go out, you know, see the sunlight. Like, I've been inside for quite a little bit. I think I'm starting to go crazy because of it. But I think it's best to like step outside your comfort zone, but also like try to stay your authentic self. Because once you lose that, it's kind of hard to find your way back. You don't even know who you are anymore, you know?
Yeah.
It gets hard to like recognize that. Like the minute that I started to do things that I know was not me, but I'm trying to make friends, you know? That's when it started to get like, oh, then do I actually want this person in my crowd? Am I actually like, you know, doing what I want to do, or am I just like trying to appease, you know, because I want friends, because I'm desperate, you know? I think doing things that feels like you and staying attuned to like who you are in your own harmony will allow you to harmonize with somebody else. And that's what it really takes to like find your village.
Yeah. And I also feel like, especially, you know, like if you do make a relationship in college, I feel like it's not easy, but like the more you guys spend together, it tells you if this person is going to make it past college. And because that's a lot of stuff that I feel like, you know, we don't really think about. It's like, okay, well, the friendship that we're making right now and the connection that we're making right now, is it just for the season, or is it something that is going to carry on past college, past, you know, whatever your stage of life we get into? Because it's okay if, you know, if it's only for a season. Like I have a lot of people that I consider my friends. Well, that's a lie. I consider majority of people my you know, well, what's the word? Associate.
Acquaintances,
Acquaintances, yes. And that's just my way of thinking, and they stay that way, cause, you know, I didn't put in the work, cause I already looked at them like, it's just not gonna work for me. It's barely working for me right now. Like, it's not gonna work for me, you know, long term. And sometimes you're wrong, and sometimes you're not. Like with you and with me and you, like my first when I look, I'm like, yeah, I'm not here for friends. I'm not dealing. I don't really care much for whatever. I'm just here. I'm just trying to beat all of y'all. I was in competition mode when I joined the program, but then when we started hanging out, and then I'm like, okay, well, looks like this might be a friendship that might we'll see how it goes. Um, and it turns out, so far look at us. I here starting a whole
Look at us.
thing together. And we're planning on starting more business stuff going on. Business partners and also friendship. Like all it took was for you to pester me.
Thank you.
That's all it took was for you to pester me over and over again.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And so I just say, bro, whatever. What's up? My name's Benny. What do you want? And yeah.
Crazy. He says that, but like, guys, I'm about to put him on the spot right now. He's like asked for more help from me in the classroom than anybody else. Like I remember I was just like doing my own thing, working on my own projects, and then here comes this guy. He's not even sitting next to me. He's like he's over there like across the classroom kind of, and he's like, Colin, Miller, because he calls me Miller. How do you do this again? Like I don't know. Talk to your classmate that's sitting right there. He's sitting right next to you. Why are you asking me?
No, you didn't need to do that because that's acting. I mean, that actually is true. I did call for. Dang, see, and this is why the next class, not the next class, but the next time we're picking our schedule, when we got the same class, I make sure we sit next to each other. So I didn't call from across the from freaking room. Teachers didn't care. Nah, but it was funny though, because I just get like, I don't have a filter. So, that's a lie. I have a filter, but it could be worse. So, I barely have a filter. So, when I get the urge to like just yell at somebody's name in class, I honestly just do it. Sometimes, I'm usually a quiet person here and there, but like, I needed help. And we didn't have each other's number at the time. So, the only way for me to get your attention, instead of, getting up and walking over there and wasting my time, because if you looked at me and you say, nah, I'm not going to help you, then I'd be pissed, because I'm like, bro, you just made me walk around the dang class just for you to say no. I don't like that. So I just say, hey, let's call out the middle, man. And I just started calling you. I'm like, hey, yo, Miller, piss, Miller. You act like you didn't enjoy that, though. It was, but it was fun, though.
I was working on my own project. What do you mean?
Okay, but you still acknowledge it, and you still look, and you still. What the crazy part is, you walked to me after I called you. But bro, those were the time,
Yeah, and those are the type of friends that you want. You want people in your corner. You know? I think a lot of the time we get in our heads about like who's there for us and who's not. And sometimes we make the wrong choices. Sometimes we do make the right choices. But I think staying true and just like knowing who to choose. Because sometimes, I mean, of course, you won't always know who to choose to like keep in your life. You're not some benevolent person. You're not going to know like what to do. But I think having those types of like self-reflection type of thoughts, it helps.
So, what would you suggest on keeping I guess since right now we're talking about friendship, what would you suggest on keeping a friendship strong and going past graduation?
You gotta stay around. You gotta keep talking to them. It's the hard work that I was talking about in the beginning. Like, if one of my friends goes off and moves to, I don't know, China,
China's crazy.
I still gotta call that man. I still gotta be like, yo, what's up? How you doing? And if you're willing to go that far, even say, hey, I'm coming to China. I'm visiting you. Put out a box for me. I'm sleeping in that for a week. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there, and I'm gonna be like pestering the mess out of you. You know, like I need a vacation from here. I'm coming. You know, I think that's what it really takes to just like maintain those types of relationships. Kind of have to go out of your way, and the people that go out of their way right back to you, those are the ones that you know that you guys are tight. Because if they don't go out their way, you can be like, I don't know about you.
It looks like, but it looks like this how far we come, you know. Lose my number. That's crazy. Yeah, I feel like it's because I'm dealing with that right now. Because it's even harder on people who are consider themselves introvert, or just you just don't talk to people like that. You're not good. Like you're not that you're not good at communicating. You just like out of sight, out of mind kind of person. Because for me, that's how I am. So it's like if I don't see you for a certain amount of time, that's how I am in my that's how I was in my relationships too. Like like intimate relationship. If I don't see you for a while, I forget who you are. I legit forget how you look like and who you are until I see you again or until I get a text message from you. Then I'm like, oh crap, it's that boy Miller. Okay, let's go. Like, and it's something I've been trying to work on. I don't text people like that. So if you text me, like say you text me today, I'll probably either see it and just forget to text back, or I won't see it and just like when I do see it, it'll be like what 2 days, 3 days passing, and then I'm just like, hey, what's up? And I won't even say what's up to start a whole new conversation. I'll just continue from the thing that you asked me like last week or 3 days ago. But I'm trying. Are we succeeding in it? No, we are not. But the people that I consider friends, they know how I operate, and at the end of the day, they know if they hit me with that 911, I'll look at them like, okay, is this really a 911, or are you just saying that? You gotta make sure, because I'm not trying to wake up at like 3 a.m., get a 911 text, and then drive all the way to your place, and you just wanted to play Tekken or something. Like we're not doing that. Like I will find my way to your I will find my way to your room, and I'll just sleep there. I'm like, nah, bro, I'm not going back home. You got me already messed up. Anyway, but yeah, I don't know, I feel like you just gotta figure out what works for you guys, because every relationship is different. My relationship with you is different than my relationship with my other two friends. So it's like you just gotta figure, which I really gotta text them. I haven't texted them in a while. So anyway, it's just see, I'm trying. Okay, I'm a work in progress. Okay, leave me alone. The only reason why me and Colin are really just actually talking is because we have plans and we're doing things like this. That's the only reason why right now. But at least they're helping our friendship go stronger. I don't know what my hand was about to do, but
what did you even do? I
did this and I did this. I don't know.
I'll see it when I watch it back anyway. Hi, I'm the editor. Hi guys.
You didn't just say that. Like,
hi guys. I'm the editor.
Hi, this is a disclaimer. Editing. Colin here. When I heard that, I was like, bro, what the heck? Is this what we're doing? We're just putting our title. Like,
absolutely.
I guess we talked about like at least a little bit of navigating like friendships and stuff like that. Do you want to talk about navigating relationship like partners?
Yeah, we probably have to. So I think it kind of comes down to like who's accepting of you, like who can you be yourself around, because I could have definitely been with women before. Like I could have been with like different women that just, I don't know, they were into me, and like I could have just went with it, been like a completely different version of myself. But because I was like authentic and looking for like somebody who would accept me for me, I ended up like being in a relationship with somebody who accepted me for me. Like I don't even have to fake it. I could just be like, I don't want to see you right now. And like I'd get uh some, oh my gosh, I'm messing my English, but she'd understand. She'd be accepting of that, you know? I think finding somebody like that is more worthwhile than like being with somebody because you're alone, or because, you know, you have certain feelings that you want to like work through, but you can't really do it by yourself, you know, like things that really aren't suitable for finding somebody, you know?
So, I guess like how are you navigating long distance?
Poorly. No, I'm kidding. I I think it comes down to like how we put our time together, cuz like how we manage our time. Because when she first moved off, we already had made a plan, like we're going to call each other like every day. Like it doesn't really matter. We're calling each other every day. It doesn't even matter if it's like 15 minutes, an hour. You know, we can do whatever. And I think having that plan in place and just talking it out and like actually communicating with your partner. Like I don't know if you guys have seen the episode with 4 Shades of Black. The first episode, I believe, we were talking about communication. It was either the first or second. Matter of fact, just watch both of the videos. but I talked about communication. It's so important. It's like the most important thing you got after, like, you know, respect and like love. You have to communicate. If you can't do that, it won't last. I'm sorry to the people that like got audibly shocked by that. Like you're over there gasping, clenching your pearls.
Like, dang it!
I'm sorry. You kind of have to communicate.
Yeah. I don't do like, I don't know. I'm not a long distance relationship person, and because the relationship I was before, it wasn't long distance, and the good thing about it is we both acknowledge the fact that she was like, yeah, no, I don't like long distance relationship, and I'm like, no, you're most definitely right. I also don't like long distance relationship, so we kind of, you know, I guess like build a, I guess we had plans to how we would, you know, go about it, but at the core of it all, you know, we both didn't like long distance relationship, and thank God we met in college, and you know, after, you know, she graduated, because I had to stay back because of, you know, our program was, it was ugh. But you know, she graduated, and you know, she still stayed in this, you know, the city where, you know, we were going to school at, and I had my apartment, she had her apartment, so we basically saw each other every single day. But whereas a lot of people would, you know, be like, well, I don't want to see my partner every single day, which I'm like, okay. Like, for me, that's a good thing. I'm like, I'll see you every single day, but I'm like, I can't have boundaries, you know. But like the days that we did see each other, we had our own kind of like, I guess, like private time. Like we would be in the same area, but we would do our own thing. But you know, it was just the fact that just for both of us, it helped because we were just close to each other, but we still knew to respect each other's boundaries, and that, you know, we were still doing our long time just so we can refuel and just like, you know, regain our social batteries again. And I guess she probably got annoyed of it because I like annoying my partners. If I like straight up, if I can't go a certain amount of time without just like bugging you, just to bug you, and then, you know, and then I'll go back to doing what I was doing, because that's what I would do. Like, you know, we would go like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, not talking to each other, just doing our own thing, and then I'll grab something and just throw it at her forehead, or I just walk to her and just, you know, flick her forehead, and she'll just look at my bro, what? So I don't know. I feel like just like communication is key, and you gotta have some type of boundaries that works for you guys, not because, you know, are your friends or, you know, whatever says, hey, do this and do this. Like, you have to work out, you know, a plan that works for you guys, especially if you're doing a long distance relationship, because not everybody likes long distance relationship.
I don't like long distance.
Exactly. Not everybody likes long
I
distance
don't like
relationship, but some people thrive in long distance relationship. Which for me, I'm like, I don't know. That's just strange to me. But hey, you do you. Um, but even long distance relationship, you do have to have communication. You do have to have like set plans in motion on how you want to go about it. Because once that communication starts lacking, then your relationship starts lacking with it. Because you can't have a relationship without communication. I'm sorry, you just can't. Like, you can have love in there all you want, but like, you like, if the communication isn't there, that love is just gonna start going slow. At least I feel like that love is just gonna start going sour. I just, I don't see it. But some people, they do their thing and they last, which is, I'm like, hey, that's what's up, bro. Y'all be doing long distance relationship for what, 3, 6, 7 years? It's crazy, and you guys are still together. I'm so happy for y'all. Not you, Colin. I at least I don't know how long. You guys will be what, 2 years, long distance relationship? Don't look at me like that.
It's been like what, 5 months?
Okay, why are you looking like this man thinks I know all his your relationship stuff? Like, I mind my business. You don't talk to me like that.
Bro, we didn't even graduate for 2 years.
That is true. No, you're right. It's been a year. What you mean?
No, it hasn't.
No. Okay.
It hasn't.
That's fine. Whatever then. Anyway, do you feel like it's easier it's easier to maintain a long distance relationship once you guys kind of like build a stronger connection? Because I feel like since you and her have been dating for a while and it started in college, and I feel like you guys kind of had time to kind of build that connection already, and then once you got out of school, you just got to figure everything else. So yeah.
Yeah, I honestly don't know how people like start a relationship in long distance. Like, that's crazy to me. Me and my girlfriend, we had the whole summer together, so we were able to just like see each other as often as possible until she eventually like left, and it was like 3 hours away, which is not like a terribly long distance. I think that's one thing that I have to say. It's not terribly long. In fact, it's a very small long distance. I can just drive over there whenever I want. Like, of course, my car has to be okay, but I can still like be like, hey, I'm having a rough go at it at home. I'm gonna see you in like 3 hours. I could if I wanted to. And I think that's what really made the relationship so strong. The fact that like we communicated beforehand. It's not that terribly long of a distance, and we had the summer and like school before then to build it. So
yeah, I feel like it's kind of it is kind of it gets easy, not easier, but it gets easy. I guess I would just say for the lack of a better term, it gets easier if you guys already kind of like establish a connection with each other, to where it's like if you go days without talking to each other or seeing each other because you're doing long distance, you won't be like, well, okay, what's her name is not here anymore, so I guess I'll just move on with somebody else, or I just give it up and stuff like that. Because for me, I kind of I didn't struggle with that. So like I said, I'm like if I don't see you, then I don't really think about you that much. But it changes for me, like in a relationship. If we already build a strong enough connection, is like I will text you here and then. Like we don't always like me and my ex. We didn't text like every single day because we saw each other majority of the time. But even days where we didn't see each other, we don't text every single day. Like I'll text her good morning. We'll check each other. Check in with each other in the morning and stuff like that. And then we go like 3-4 hours not talking, and then because we're busy with work and whatever. And then out of the blue, one person would text like, "Hey, what's up? What you doing?" Just to kind of like check in again, and then the last check in is when we see each other that night. So I feel like it's just like for me, once it is once we do have that connection already solidified, and our communication is strong enough to where we know just because I don't get a text back from her for like right away, it doesn't mean she's not thinking about me, or she's not wanting to talk to me. It's just she's busy. And I think that's kind of like with long distance relationship, that's really hard because you want to get a text back, because right away, especially when you're trying to call and FaceTime and stuff like that. But you also got to understand, just like you're busy, so are they busy. So they're also busy, and if you don't have that built-in connection, if you don't have that built-in communication, then your mind just start wandering. And I feel like that's what kills a lot of relationships sometimes. I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, no. So when COVID happened, because I don't know, you were in a relationship when COVID happened, were you? Okay, when COVID happened, I was in a relationship with my ex. So it was harder for us because we got used to seeing each other a lot, and we're both really like. Well, I'm a physical person, and she also just likes being in your space, just so she knows you're there and just stuff like that. So it got really hard because when COVID first happened, you couldn't go out, you couldn't do all of this stuff, and everybody was not paranoid, but like super super cautious. And for me, I didn't really care that much because it was just like, hey, I like being alone. This is cool. I got my girl. I can text her. We can FaceTime. That's what we do. We FaceTime every single night, and yada yada. But for her, it was really eating at her because she wanted to see me. She wanted to actually be there, touch me, and talk to me and stuff like that, not just over the screen. And it was one time I got a text because I was asleep. I got a text like I think she texted me like at 3-4 a.m. She was really having a hard time, and it was kind of like it went to the way where it was such a hard time to the point where she didn't think she could keep the relationship going, especially since we were just new to dating at that time. So I had a choice at that point. Either I could just be like, yeah, we should just break up honestly, and try again later, or I could actually step up and do something about it. And that's what I did, because I was like, I text her back. I'm not going to tell you everything I did, because that's between me and her. But I talked to her and I reassured her. I'm like, it sucks because I also want to see you, and I get that you want to see me too. Like, we had that communication. It was hard communication, but we had that communication to where we both made a decision to fight for our relationship, even if we were going against kind of like I guess like on what's the word? Our nature. Even when we're going against our nature, because I'm a physical person. I like seeing you. In order for me to know you're there, and she also likes seeing you. So I'm like, since we couldn't do that, we needed to find different ways to kind of like keep the relationship going and keep the communication going. And we worked on our communication skills to the point where when they started loosening it up a little bit, we started planning dates to where we'll sneak out and just meet each other, even if it was just for me driving to her work, and hang out for at lunch when she's on break. Just tiny stuff like that. I feel like, granted, our long distance relationship was also not that long, because it was just COVID was the only thing that was stopping us, and we still hung out and stuff like that. So like, just I don't know, just like stuff like that. Just you figure out what works for you guys, because whereas we snuck out, not snuck out the house, but like technically back then. Illegally snuck out the house because of COVID. We still hung out. We still met each other. We still, even if it was like for like an hour or like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, for us it helped. But hopefully y'all just like hearing us talk and draw.
Yeah,
so,
mostly.
So
mostly talking actually.
You said what?
Mostly talking actually. Anyway,
Well,
I hope you
I'm
guys.
John.
I hope you guys like this episode. Please share some love and support. Subscribe.
Put
hit
that
like
notification on.
button. Yup. I really appreciate you staying for this long. If you did stay for this long, this is like, for me, it's 58 minutes. For you guys, I have no idea yet. We'll see. I'll actually just like put the time up, even though like you see it at the bottom of your screen right now. I'm gonna put the time up anyway. But thank you guys for watching. Share your point of view as well. Share how you feel about like maintaining relationships, navigating, all that good stuff. And thanks for watching.
Yeah. Also, if feel free if you ever get to a point where there's a subject that you want us to talk about or touch base on, just put it in the comment below, and we'll get to it. And we got you.